Hey guys, yeah, I'm officially back on YouTube again. It's been what, like 6 months? Almost to a year. I think it's already been a year. No, maybe not. Maybe it's been since, no? It'd be, I think, April of last year. So yeah, I think it's been a year and a few months. I don't know. I've just been really busy lately with, stuff, high school stuff, driving stuff. And specifically about driving, what I wanted to talk to you today was mostly about my final drive, which was yesterday. And that's not the driving test to get my license yet. That's just the final drive for the whole classes of driver's ed. So, I did that yesterday, and it was going well. And now I don't blame the instructor for this at all. I was just really nervous, and well, anyway, here it goes. So we were driving along down on Dishman Micah, and I go to turn left, to get myself home, or I guess, sorry, let's start at like the stop sign part, yeah. So we were driving along somewhere, I can't really remember where we were driving along, but anyway, apparently there was a stop sign out, and so all of a sudden my driver's ed instructor is like, brake, 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 there's a stop sign, and I'm like, oh shoot, and so I kind of lurched forward a little bit because I did not see it. I was kind of zoning out a little bit. I kind of wanted the drive to be over because, honest to God, I really don't like driving because I kind of suck at it, but I've kind of gotten better, but then again, I haven't practiced on a lot of the local roads. I've mostly just been practicing around my mom's neighborhood, so that might be the reason why it didn't go so well. Yeah. And then, what else did I do? I know I almost drove through oncoming traffic, but that's because I did not know where I was. Well, no, okay. I knew where I was. I just didn't know where oncoming traffic was, like turning into it. So then my instructor had to take a hold of the wheel and have me going that way. And then finally, when we went to go back home and to turn where I usually go home, the red light, now I did not know this, and now I know this now because, on red, when the light's red, at least in Washington State, I know you can take a free right as long as there's no oncoming traffic. So, I go to do that, and then he's like, you're supposed to stop before you do that. And I'm like, oh. Well, my mom, nobody had ever told me that before, so I did not know that. I did not know you needed to stop and take a free right. I just thought, since it's a free right and there's no oncoming traffic, you don't see any oncoming traffic, you just get the right away to go. But I guess I have to remember that there's no actual right away, it's just the assumed right away, and you're not supposed to always assume. I don't know, that concept is very confusing to me, because they say you're not supposed to assume somebody's gonna, run into you or something like that. You're not supposed to assume that, but at the same time you kind of are, because there's a chance that it could happen. So in a way, they kind of try to scare you that way and fake you out, which I don't really understand the point of that, because me being me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I want people to be concise and clear, because if you're not, and you're either too careful or not careful at all, you're gonna get hit. And I think that's basically what they're telling you. So, which way are you swaying to? Is basically what I'm asking them. But I agree, that wasn't my fault. I don't even know how he passed me yesterday, because that was, it was rough. Probably one of the worst drives I've done. Although my second drive, I think it was my second drive, went a little bit worse, because I almost drove off the road. But luckily, it was a dirt road, So, like, if I drove off the edge, I would just be driving into grass. So we would have been fine. But, yeah, I was just starting out learning how to use the mechanics of the car, and I didn't really have a lot of practice, mostly because my parents were like, oh, I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. And I was busy, too, with like, chess club, stuff like that, after school activities. So, that was interesting. And then the freeway drive, that actually was one of my better drives, surprisingly, because I didn't really make too many mistakes. I mean, the instructor had to take hold of the wheel a couple of times just because, well, I had never driven on the freeway before. Like, that was my first freeway drive. And I'm surprised we didn't do a freeway drive yesterday, but we didn't. So, like, that was kind of nice because I asked him, hey, like, what's the plan for today? What are we doing? Are we doing a freeway drive? And he's like, well, I think you're pretty experienced on that part, so I don't think we need to. And so I was like, oh, okay. But I kind of did want to get the freeway reviewed. At the same time, I didn't want to go on the freeway again, so, and plus it was raining, so that's kind of dangerous, not gonna lie, it's pretty dangerous on the freeway to go while it's raining, because going at high speeds, you can hydroplane, so, yeah, that's not cool. And so, yeah, I was mostly scared about yesterday. And I don't know, I was extra nervous because I was like, I just want to get out of this. I just want to go home. And I guess that made me think, oh, hey, don't pay attention to that stop sign. Oh, hey, that's not where oncoming traffic's going. And then, oh, hey, you just get to take a free ride, even though it's red, which obviously means stop. So, yeah, I was pretty stupid on that. And I kind of regret it. Not gonna lie, if I'm being honest with you, I went home and cried after that because I felt so miserable and stupid for making that mistake. But then my mom told me, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're all human. But then again, hopefully you learn from those mistakes that you made yesterday and don't do those mistakes again. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought I would play with some slime if I can open it. This might take a while, but I don't know. I was actually going to play with slime while I was talking, but then I realized that would probably be pretty distracting. So, I don't know. I just thought I would do like a mesmerizing / talking thing / oh, hey, I'm back on YouTube. I don't know. I haven't really done videos a lot and it's not that I've completely lost interest in doing YouTube videos. It's just that, I don't know. It was scary yesterday, though. Oof, I don't even really like talking about it that much, but, yeah, okay. I guess it's not the worst thing to talk about, obviously, but hopefully I'll be getting my license in September. That's what I'm shooting for. But then both my parents disagree on the situation because my dad definitely wants me to get my license as soon as possible. But my mom's like, yeah, you're still pretty inexperienced. And plus, I don't really trust you on the road by yourself. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm going to do now. That's the fun of having divorced parents because I guess not a lot. Well, no. My dad differs a lot from my mom. And, I love my dad and both, my mom as well. But sometimes I wish my dad would just be like, oh, okay, or I don't know, they could just agree on more things. And while they have been lately, over the past few years after they got divorced, it took some time. It took so actually, let's think about this. My parents have been divorced for about 6 years now. I think it'll be 7 years in November. Yeah, that sounds about right. Around November. And so, since then, it probably took them about, so my parents got divorced when I was 6 years. So, I would say it probably took them about 5 years out of the 7 to, actually get along and not fight with each other and crap. So, yeah. I don't know. I just thought I'd talk to you guys today about stuff because I don't know, I can. Oh, and also my birthday was recently. That was, well, it's 27th now, so that was a week ago. Can't believe it's been a week since I've been 16. It's kind of frightening because at the same time, I don't want to get my license, but at the same time, I do. So, I don't know how that works, but hey, at least I got my C license, and I would definitely say that driving, or not C license, sorry, water, I'll just call it water license, like, why not? Driving on the water is definitely easier than driving on land, just because there's not a lot of activity on the water as much as there is on land, and plus you don't have to watch out for, cones or road signs or anything like that. I mean, there's still signs on the water, I guess, like, no wake here, stuff like that. Other than that, it's not too bad. And plus, if, like, another boat is coming at you, usually most people are pretty smart, and they won't actually head directly on you, but, like, if you feel like you're getting too close to the boat, you can always just easily move out of the way. I don't know. A boat's pretty easy to drive. A car is easy to drive, but there's a lot more legal issues you have to think about, and more signs you have to pay attention to, so that gets more stressful. So before I even started out driving, I thought it was going to be pretty easy because people kept telling me, oh, it's pretty easy, it's not too bad. But then, like, there's stuff that happens, like yesterday, that you're like, how is this easy again? And never did I really feel like it was that easy, except when I'm driving with my mom around, our neighborhood, and I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad. I have driven to my driver's ed place and my friend's house, so that's kind of more busier traffic. Definitely on the way to my driver's ed place is more busy. Just because, there's people getting their kids in there. And there's also, I think, a breakfast place next to it. I don't know if they've closed or not, but I hear, well, no, I've been to that breakfast place. It's pretty good. But, yeah. I'm not really happy with how it turned out yesterday, but I'm hoping I won't do any of those things, things that I did yesterday on my actual license test. Because otherwise, I'm screwed, and I would never get my license, especially for not stopping at red lights or stop signs, or driving into oncoming traffic. I think driving into oncoming traffic is probably the most big one, but, like, stop signs, those are dangerous too. I honestly can't decide which one is worse. I guess driving into oncoming traffic is worse, but then if you run a stop sign, you're still potentially driving into oncoming traffic. So, it's basically the same thing, I would say. But luckily there was no one in the lane when I almost drove onto oncoming traffic, so. But then again, I had never driven in that spot, so. Oops. But I was also driving with Alex, the instructor, yesterday. Which, he's nice. But he's a lot more laid back and doesn't really tell you what to do that much, so when you do make a mistake, he's like, he does freak out a little bit, but he doesn't really warn you that well when you made a mistake, I guess. Or, no, I guess, like, before you make the mistake. I don't know, it's just, driving's a lot more difficult than I expected, and especially, driving around busier traffic. Although freeway driving, I kind of find it easier, but more nerve-wracking. So, just because you're getting on, okay, getting on is definitely the hardest part, but, like, sorry, I'm saying like and a lot. I don't like doing that. I just find it annoying. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, getting on the freeway is the hardest part because you gotta, get past oncoming traffic, or not get past it, but you gotta, go with the flow and move in smoothly because, like, the lane's like this, and then there's, like, a cutoff where you're supposed to switch in the lane. So, like, at the cutoff, you're like, ooh, and then here's another car. So you're like, you kind of swing around in a way. And then getting off the freeway is kind of hard too because you don't want to miss your exit. But if you do miss your exit, it's not a big deal. I would definitely not be an idiot and try to make your exit as, like, there's a car really close behind you and you're like this. I've seen that happen where my mom's driving and someone did that to her, and luckily she slowed down enough, but yeah. So if you miss your exit, just go up to the next one. That's what they recommend to do. So anyway, I think that's it for this video. And thank you guys, all of you, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will be back on YouTube again, but I can't make any promises because I'm a busy, and I mean busy teenager. I also need to get a job. That's something I'm working on. I wanted to work at Barney's, which is a grocery store really close to where I live, like within walking distance. So I want to do that, but they're only hiring 18-year-olds, and then I got to post out babysitting flyers. I just got a lot of crap to do. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you want. I mean, you don't have to. It's just a suggestion. Anyway, bye. That didn't work. Bye.